Well, happy Friday, all. I'm Aaron Norris with the Norris Group. It is August 11th. This is episode 366. And did you hear that Zillow snapped back this week on the whole instant offers thing? That and much more as we cover the biggest headlines in real estate. Don't miss the radio show and podcast this week. We launch I Survive Real Estate, the pre-event radio shows leading up to the event. We're going to talk to each of the guests that's going to be on the panel to specifically talk about their industry of expertise. And the first round is with David Kettle. This is his third time back on the panel. He's been around since almost the beginning. He's been the former president of the Mortgage Bankers Association, and now he's chair of the Mortgage Collaborative. He's going to share with us his great timing of when he got in the business, the importance of collaboration, the loss of common sense in underwriting, and if he sees it coming back in the near future, and much more. Don't miss that on the radio show and podcast. Low down payment purchase lending is at its highest in 7 years, according to Black Knight Financial's latest Mortgage Monitor report, with 1.5 million borrowers having down payments lower than 10%. The California Association of Realtors reports housing affordability is lower with increased home prices and tighter inventory. Affordability now stands at 29% compared to 32% in the first quarter. Mortgage rates decreased again, with 30-year rates at 3.9% and 15-year rates at 3.18%. And Black Knight Financial Services says foreclosures have decreased in June to its levels not seen since 16 years ago. Mall CEOs say the whole retail apocalypse thing is way over-exaggerated, and do you believe them? Well, Wall Street doesn't think so. That's because of the less than stellar performance of the S&P 550 retail ETF. Shopping mall owners are tired of the industry chatter and still believe that retail is going to make a comeback despite the Wall Street doubt and haters and the increased pressure from e-commerce companies. Well, the message from mall owners is it will get better. They also point to the fact that some e-commerce companies are signing up deals with malls. Companies like Untuckit, ThredUp, and Bonobos have recently signed deals to open brick and mortar stores. And do we really need to look any further than Amazon buying Whole Foods? They're getting into the real estate business to compete and have distribution centers. So who's going to buy Sears and Kmart? I'm dying to know. We'll have to wait and see. Is aging in place affecting the housing market? Well, according to Bloomberg, the answer is yes. Baby boomers who refuse to sell are adding to the housing shortage. The 55 and better crowd owns 53% of U.S. owner-occupied homes. That's up from 43% just a decade ago. Some say the system is in gridlock because seniors just don't turn their homes over at the same rate they used to, and property tax exemptions for long-term residents are another reason keeping older Americans where they are. They're aging in place because of necessity. Finances don't allow them to move on. In some cases, zoning laws make it harder to build affordable apartments that are attractive to older generation. So this is really going to cause a bottleneck with you've got younger generations looking to home ownership and them not leaving. We don't know what's going to happen. Do certain behaviors better predict if people will eventually own a home? Well, according to a Trulia study, college graduates and those with advanced degrees are more likely to own. The study was actually based on Census Bureau data from 2011 to 2015 that showed a huge ownership gap in Orange County between high school dropouts and those with a doctorate, and a difference between 33% and 78%. That's a huge gap. In this same county, ownership for those with a high school diploma was 52%, while those with a bachelor degree was 63%. So those are really interesting rates depending on your level of degree. This county was used as an example due to the huge ownership gap. Other cities such as LA had the lowest ownership rate, while the Inland Empire had the highest. The power struggle over real estate listings in New York continues, and this is really important because it's all about data. Zillow rejected the Real Estate Board of New York's centralized syndication feed, also called the Residential Listing Service. So the REBNY found a new dance partner, Realtor.com, Zillow's biggest competitor. This comes in the wake of the New York City brokers cutting off their listings to Street Easy and Zillow Group, so they're no longer feeding their data into Zillow. And you know, data is at the heart of a lot of these companies, so it's really interesting to watch this. Realtor.com operator Move Inc. will be the first to receive REBNY's Residential Listing Service, which includes residential for sale and rental listings from more than 600 leading New York City brokerage firms, so this is not a small amount. Stay tuned. A street in San Francisco, Presidio Terrace, was purchased for $90,000 at auction, much to the chagrin of its very wealthy residents. So what is so special about the street? Well, it has something like 35 mega million dollar mansions on it. The association never paid its $14 per year tax because the bill was unfortunately redirected to the wrong address of like an old attorney. The tax bill came due and it was sent to auction. The tax bill was only like $994. Now investors Michael Chang and wife Tina Lam are looking to make their investment pay off. I don't know, start charging for parking, who knows. Homeowners are trying everything they can do to get the sale negated, including petitioning the Board of Supervisors, and the association has sued the city. seeking to block any further sale of the street. I personally did not know you could sell a street like that, and I'm fascinated by this. The new owners could charge parking. Who knows what they could end up doing with this property, so I guess we need to all start watching tax sales for streets in San Francisco. Zillow came out with some information on instant offers this week. Zillow tells you what it is, what it isn't, and what they learned and where they're going next. If you're not familiar with instant offers, that's where Zillow is allowing consumers to get the opportunity to get basically a quote from a realtor, a local realtor saying what they think they can get if they list it the natural way on the MLS and Zillow and all that, or an offer from one of 15 institutional buyers, a quick sale like an investor offer. And they've only been in the Las Vegas and the Orlando, Florida market, and they're looking to expand into Arizona. It's not making a brokerage play or removing the realtor from the equation, and that's what they really wanted to come out with. Since nearly 70% of the Zillow Group's revenues directly comes from advertising bought by agents, brokers, and their teams. So a lot of people are worried they're trying to take over, and they're saying no. Zillow says that sellers still need a trusted, local, knowledgeable real estate sales professional to guide them through the process. Zillow found their test was too localized to provide actionable data, but they think there is a small market for investor-type instant sales. That's one of the reasons we want Zillow on our panel this year. So what's next? Zillow will expand to test markets, and they see a real promise on becoming a source of viable leads. Here's the key word. So it looks like they're just trying to sell really, really warm leads. But I know some of you are suspicious, so what are your thoughts? If you're on YouTube, please leave a comment below, and don't forget to like the video and subscribe to the channel so you don't miss a beat. If you're on Facebook, please don't forget to not only like the Norris Group page, but don't forget to add us to your See First list and with notifications on. Leave your comments below the video, and if we miss something, share the story on our comment sections on either YouTube or Facebook, and we'll make sure to include it on our blog at thenorrisgroup.com/blog. August 16th, we'll be doing 10 life-changing days of a real estate investor with Invest Club. If you are in the Fullerton or Orange County market, we'd love to see you. I think this is the last time we're going to be in the Orange County market this year after, of course, I Survive Real Estate. September 14th, 10 life-changing days of a real estate investor. We're going to be headed up to San Jose for our annual time there. If you're in the area, we would love to see you. 2 days later, we are going to be doing Cashing on a Boom, investing in Quadrant 4. That's where Bruce Norris spends all day talking about the strategies to buy properties in the current California real estate market. If you're looking to get into real estate investing, or even an old pro, you might get a few tips and how to do a better job getting those deals closed. And then, of course, September 22nd, I Survive Real Estate. We are currently sold out. If you would like more information on how to be put on a waiting list, contact our office at 951-780-5856 or email joey@thenorrisgroup.com. For more information on hard money loans, including fix and flip, buy and hold, and new construction, rates starting at just 6.9% for our long-term program, check out thenorrisgroup.com. Or if you want more information on trust deed investing with trust deeds, check out tngtrustdeeds.com. With that, have a fantastic weekend, and we'll see you next week.